I even play Sublime. I don't think I can even play Sublime. Welcome, Z Reviews. Hi, I'm your host, Zeospantera, and we're gonna have a minimalist stream. Well, this isn't a stream, and I don't know the fucking meaning of the word minimalism, but apparently Woo Audio does, because I'm here to review 2 of their latest DACs. Oh, fuck. Oh, there it is. So, how do I describe this? This is called the Phantom DAC, and there's 2 types. There's RCA ended and XLR ended, and the most basic explanation is, which one's playing this right here? Broken. So, it's a USB connection with a little metal box. That's your DAC, and it has the wires directly attached to it. In this case, these are RCA cables that come off with these cute little bridges that you can slide up and down depending on where you need it to bend and take up. And I've got it coming around the back, boom, with these beautiful labeled connectors directly into, and this is the shortest one, I believe, the 1 meter, going directly into black Rebel amp, because I've got the green Rebel amp and the black Rebel amp, different op amps in the black Rebel amp, not because he wants to change the sound, but because he wants to keep the sound, and they can't get the op amps that they were using in the OG, so I'm here to assess. I was assessing, this is my job. Also, semi-collab coming with Rebel amp, but I'm not sure if I want to do anything other than give like a power button. But they got to sell a bunch of these black ones out first before we can do anything with cool colors. So yeah, if you're interested, Rebel amp linked in the description. But back to the Phantom DAC. So basically, you're just cutting out the features. Now, $400 is a lot for what this is. But if you are absolutely 100% sold on, I just want to have the Zen, I want to have my desk clear and clean, I want an iPad, and I want to connect it to my WA-22 headphone tube amp, and then I want to have my HG800s plugged into it. I want these few devices. Because you literally, this means your DAC doesn't need power. This means your DAC doesn't even need a box. It just magically is like source, amp, done. I've got the other one, the balanced version here on the LA90 Discrete. And I've got the Venus. Oh, the Venus. Oh, the Venus with the big pads. Where are we? Here playing this, and I gotta switch this to... So now my phone, because it comes with an adapter, each one of them comes with an adapter, because it has a full-size USB. It's got a little LED indicator, which here's the instructions. This is hilarious, because it's literally like, I don't know, plug it into anything you fucking want, and they show it with the supplied USB-C adapter. It's a Ugreen, which is a good company. Ugreen USB female to USB-C. So that's what I'm using to plug into my phone here. I could do the same thing with this unit. You could use a USB-B or an Apple Lightning, whatever you want to do, or plug it directly into a laptop or desktop. And the other side is literally your thing, your active monitor, your speaker amp, your headphone amp. That's it. I mean, I could go off and read the specs. It is 384 DSD 128 5.6 megahertz MQA renderer. I'm sure some of that $400 is in there for the MQA. But it's got super low distortion, really good. It's got all the numbers that make things happy or good, including the premium Woo Audio Elevation audio cable. That said, I think if you've watched this channel, you know anything about audio, you kind of figured out, hey, wait, can't I do that already, Zeos? So I whipped out this, which is the Muse M3, which is a dongle DAC. It's for plugging into your phone or plugging headphones into your phone. The Muse is a rarer breed because only a handful of them have this option. The Muse will actually do a line out. So you could take the 4.4 balanced output or the 3.5 output, and you hold down the 2 buttons on the side and it turns that light on, and it means you have a line out connection. So then I took the Woo Audio. This is actually from Woo Audio from months and months and months ago. This is their 4.4 to XLR. And if you want to look, these XLR cables, by the way, spectacularly small little ends, and I love them. I want to buy these. Where do I get these? So I was able to sit here and compare. This is the one that comes with the Phantom, slightly different patterning, but the same wire essentially, and short heads. And I was able to A/B compare going between what is the Phantom DAC and what is my more affordable solution, which is just $150 dongle DAC that you hit the buttons, and I have an adapter to go for full-size USB into the USB. Or since this unplugs from here, which is unique, this will actually unplug from that and make the dongle free. You could just use a standard USB to USB-C cable. Don't have one lying around, and then just plug this in wherever. But then this unit would just sit there, and now you feed out with this, and it's set to line out. And we're into that. And now we are here. If I switch it in Fubar, I'm doing a Wasapi event. So the only difference I noticed between the two, like here, is that the volume's a little bit lower overall with the Muse, so it's not quite putting out the full, because one of the things about balance versus unbalance requires 2¼ volts, and balance is usually 4 volts. And I think the Woo is specifically designed to deliver the 4 volts. Like the full 4 volts. Because its only job is not here to push headphones, doesn't need any amps behind it. It just needs the correct voltage to give signal. And the Muse is designed originally to do headphone pushing. So it has to sort of like get down and funky and get the voltage right. And it's just slightly off. Also, the Muse sounds a little bit warmer, which is why I like the Muse for headphone use. It makes everything sound nice and warm and kind of class A-E. But the Woo is clean. The Woo is a distortion king, and that's why it's being sold like it is. Because he's selling this unit. Because he sells, Jack Woo and Woo Audio sell a ton of just straight amplifiers. Just to the nines. And people are always like, well, now I need to buy a DAC. And really, Jack, you don't sell a DAC. And I mean, he's got the DAC in the Wall and Topaz, which is one of my favorites. Although, I'm actually bypassing the DAC and inputting my own DAC just for ease of switching around on the computer. So there are DACs randomly in Woo Audio devices, but there's no separate standalone DAC that I know of. So this is it. This is a solution. And you know what? I don't think there's one of these on the market. So that's a good little hole to fill. I mean, you could always makeshift one out of like a dongle DAC and an adapter, then you try to get the voltage right. Or you just go out and buy the one. This is the one. Here, let's plug this back in. Now, I didn't need to use the adapter because of the laptop. The only thing I will say is, thank God these are soft and malleable, because this is a rather wide thing and you don't want to torque your USB connection. So I've moved this. Let's see. How did I have this? There was a very specific like way I had it sitting, and it sat perfectly. There you go. I gave it a little bit of manipulation. It's like, ah. So now that's pulled and this goes over, and that's, you could do like that with the cute straight bridges. By the way, mouse pad, which you can't see, link in the description. So now this is attached. So now it should pop up back in the play menu. There it is. The Woo RCA, and I am playing 32384 out. So if I play something here, that should come out of here and out of here. We've got some ZMFs here. Oh, I missed these. Talk about like warm, because that's another reason you want a clean DAC for a lot of time, especially with Woo Audio stuff, because Woo is mostly tube or extremely warm, like solid state. So you want the cleanest, most linear DAC possible, because you don't need to compound soft and warm on top of soft and warm on top of soft and warm. With like the LA90D, which is not like a class A or anything, I could tell these Venus don't do much to soften anything. This doesn't do much to soften anything. And the DAC is there just being like, fuck you, linear. So that's why the Muse came off a little bit softer. But with the Class A Rebel amp and these, it's kind of what you want. Jesus, what am I playing? Studio Kimigabuchi, The Last Angel, from a retake. I don't even know what album this is or anything, but it's got some bass going on. So yeah, this is a unique little take on DACs. I can't gush over this for 25 minutes because really it's utilitarian. It's like Zeos is traveling to an audio show, which is ironic because I actually am going to Axpona. In fact, this video might be coming out while Axpona is going on in Chicago, from the 14th, 15th, and 16th, or 15th and 16th. It's this weekend in April 2023. If you're watching this video and it's way in the future, you missed it. There will be footage. Find the footage. Find the wallpaper in the wallpaper hoard, by the way, because she's accessorizing as well. Look there. I figured it out. Anyway, this is for I am traveling either to a show or just to a hotel, and I just want to pack as light as humanly possible. You either need a device that has a DAC built in, no device at all, or one of these wires. Here, I should show you the actual page. I have a big problem when companies charge a lot for different lengths. So the 1 meter length is $399, the 2 meter length is $449, and the 3 meter length is $500. And I know exactly how much the wire itself should cost, so that's a little bit too much. I feel like they do that just to make it feel like it's more expensive. They could be $5 difference, and that would be more believable. I don't care how expensive the wire claims to be, unless the wire is made out of Gundanium. Actually, it did say it was made out of, like, what was it said it made out of? Oh, it's got Sabre DAC. It's got an ESS Sabre. I love how Sabre's coming out. Made in New York, which is another nice thing. It's another reason it's $400 and not like $199 is because it's made in New York. But there's not a lot to make, so that's good. Another thing that sort of sucks is that if you're going to spend $400, you're going to get one style. You're getting RCA or XLR, where a normal just DAC that sits on a shelf, usually you get both. Here's the case, by the way, because at least you're going to get a cool-ass case to put it in. And it's got little soft bumpies over here and the elastic straps, and it came with every single end wrapped in like a Chinese finger trap. And what else is in here? The cap for the USB and the little Velcro tie. These are super nice cases. So I got to give them that. Even that little handle. Because, you're going to physically carry this everywhere you go. Or you can repurpose. I almost thought I could repurpose this for a Steam Deck, but it's not thick enough. Would have been cool if it was thick enough. But yeah, I've heard no audible anomalies. It had no problem hooking up to both my phone or this Windows 10 laptop. I'm not going to bother on Windows 7. 7 here. This is isolated from the world because she's so old. You breathe on it, it probably gets infected with things. It's okay, baby. MOSFET output stage, 16 ohms, super low, ultra low impedance. That's another thing, is the output impedance will matter almost more as a DAC than it would as a headphone amp for things like a dongle being in use. So yeah, like here, this is what they've got it showing. It's just an Apple, what is that, an iMac? Apple TV. It just goes out and done. It's simplicity in motion. Let's put on another song. Infected Mushroom. Well, I'm not playing here. Nothing is hooked up to this computer. I'm here. Let's change that to push. Okay. Sometimes you got to switch it from event to push if you get like weird crackly noises. If you're going to use Wasapi, which is the weird bypassing, you know what Wasapi is. Anyway, nice U-green cable. Move this over. I guess I'll show. This one is the longer length. Oh, baby, the length, baby. Oh, baby, the length. So there is the whole thing. Run the Jewels is currently playing. Hold on. So that's going into 2. So now, if I take this off, put this on. By the way, future collab coming. Oh god. But the Venus. Yeah, no. This is a perfect test. This honestly, because I love showing off the LA90 and the LA90 Now discrete as like, you got to hear this as an amplifier. You got to hear this as an amplifier. And if I brought it somewhere, like if I just brought it to a hotel room to show it off, okay, what am I sourcing it with? Because I would feel weird sourcing it with like a dongle DAC. But this is specifically made. This has been tuned specifically to be as good as a full desk DAC, and I can tell. So just having my phone on the little U-green adapter into this, into that, is as good as it needs to get. And the volume control reacts as I expect. It's not like, with this, it's like, I gotta go up a little further. I gotta go about to noon or 1 for things. And with this, it's like, and you're gonna die at 11. You're dying at, oh my God, you've died at noon. So the DAC's doing the correct amount of voltage. So yeah, no. Super appreciate things that are made in America. Come from my hometown of New York. Appreciate that. And appreciate that it exists. Woo's had a couple of interesting things. Burson's also done those weird like cables that like amplify. Those little RCA cables amplify. That was a Burson thing. So it's time for Woo to step in. But anyway, thank you to Jack for sending these out. He's also sponsoring me going out to Munich and Axpona. He said I could just take one of these things and sell it. Put that towards the adventure. So check the yard sale. Though I think I'm going to end up keeping the electrostatic energizer and selling off one or both of these cables. I kind of want to keep one of them though because they're just fucking useful. As an audiophile who travels, this is useful. I probably wouldn't put it back in the massive case and I would just roll it up with every other wire, headphone cable or things. But that's the point. It's great for just simplicity. I just need. Did you bring a DAC? Did you bring a DAC? I didn't bring a DAC. Did you bring a DAC? Oh yeah, I did. It's just rolled up in the thing. It looks like wire. Anyway, I'm done. $5 a month. See reviews early. Participate in yard sales. Hear all the sound demos, including a lossless download, and I get to use whatever tracks I like because it's not on YouTube anymore. Only supporters. By the way, the fucking elites are crooked, and it's been bothering me the entire video. I wanted to get up and just. They're just like. They need to be turned. But yeah, Patreon, subscribe star. Support this channel. See reviews early. Participate in yard sales. Hear the sound demos. $10 a month. Sunny Boy OST. That's a quiet song. Oh God, if that hits, I'm going to explode. $10 a month. Private behind-the-scenes Telegram chat where you get to ask me questions directly. If you've got a question about setup, if you've got a question about your living room home theater, I got to get more into home theater. I'm getting more into home theater. Clips is sending me things, not just speakers. They're in cahoots with a whole bunch of AVR receiver manufacturers, so I'm going to be getting some of those. And we're going to go full hog. We're going to go full Atmos hog in like the speaker testing arena. It's going to be nuts. Anyway, wallpaper, me, you, $10 tier, ask me questions, lifetime swap meet channel when you join. Someone said I should load the $10 tier chat to show you. The problem is Windows 7 is gonna take. Just know it's great. Just know it's great. Yeah, just know it's great. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one, and I'll see you at Axpona, and then I'll see you in Munich, Germany, which is in Europe.